Here's the formula on how to not be fat. First off, with some credentials. Before I entered high school, 12, 13, 14 years old, I was a gamer. And being a gamer, I would play video games for 8 to 10 hours a day, as many waking hours as I could. And I would eat a lot of junk food. I would be able to easily crush a full box of Cheez-Its in these gaming sessions, bags and bags of chips, pizza, just a lot of food that everyone can agree is unhealthy. And as a result, I became skinny fat. Now, if you don't know what skinny fat is, think about the hourglass figure, and then think about the reverse, where your legs are skinny, your arms are skinny, your neck is skinny, and then your torso region around your abs is fat. You have love handles, you have a gut. So you don't necessarily want to be shirtless, but even if you wear a shirt, you look skinny. It's not a great place to be. And then I joined the cross country team freshman year, and the fat went away. Now I was just practically anorexic. My arms were like this big, I'm not kidding. A lot of people live with the philosophy that they can starve themselves to cut weight. This looks like tracking your calories and giving yourself an extreme limit, like 1,000 calories a day, to cut weight really fast. And this doesn't work out. It's not sustainable. That's why you see the people, maybe they do cut the weight, but they put the weight back on. And this is because you'll starve yourself with the 1,000 calories for 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, and then the weekend hits. And you suddenly have a 5,000 calorie day. Where did the 3 packs of Oreos go, dude? Or dudette. I don't. Whoever watches my videos. The problem with starving yourself is you barely sustain yourself through the day. You don't sustain yourself through the day. That's the truth. If you're eating 1,000 calories per day, it's not going to sustain you. If you're used to eating 4,000 calories every day to maintain your weight, then just being in a slight decline of calories will still lower the weight. And if you're eating 1,000, you're going to be hungry all of the time. And eventually that hunger is going to become unbearable. And you're going to eat as much as you can. And it's probably going to end up being worse than what you would have eaten in the first place. You end up gaining weight. How did I gain weight? I'm on a diet. The first step to losing weight for good is to change your identity to be of an athletic person. If you want to be athletic, just say you're athletic. That's sort of the idea. Now, how do you do this practically? Well, first you have to envision what the athletic person is doing, and then you can mimic that. So what does the athletic person do? They do cardio for fun. They go on runs to blow off steam. They'll do 100 push-ups as soon as they wake up just for the sake of doing something difficult. You need to find a way to affirm the idea that you're athletic. And my favorite way to do this was to just tell yourself, I can do hard things. That's what I had to do through cross country. What cross country is, if anyone doesn't know, that's running long distances for a sport. Our races are 3 miles, we're 3 miles long. No one in their right mind wants to run 3 miles at a time. So you had to convince yourself that you liked it. And by putting in the repetitions, eventually I did. Now you can do this with any form of cardio. I'll list some. You can run. Convince yourself you like running. You do something maybe you actually enjoy, like hiking. Maybe you have a passion for something like mountain biking, rock climbing, anything that involves running. I enjoyed paintball for a while. I still do. That's pretty athletic. That's scary too. Whatever floats your boat. Martial arts are insane cardio. So boxing, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, kickboxing, I don't know. Whatever you want. Swimming. I would recommend the more adventurous you can make the cardio, the more enjoyable it'll be for you. Maybe it's joining a sport. Maybe that's what'll work for you. But you have to have this athletic mindset. Not not in the sense that I'm going to walk for 2 hours to burn off the 200 calories I ate, but in the sense that I want to walk for 2 hours. I don't even care what I ate. I want to walk for 2 hours just for the sense of doing it. And putting yourself in that level of cardio will progressively break down fat, and it'll be so beneficial for you. Heck, even if it doesn't break the fat, you'll make your heart stronger. It's like maybe you could handle that bigger stature a little better, because being obese isn't healthy. The truth is, we weren't meant to be 200 pounds or above. You look at pictures pre-World War II, and everyone looks like a marathon runner. Everyone's skinny. And I think that's how we were designed to be. 40% of America is considered obese right now. So if you think you're obese because you have low metabolism, just know that 40% of America also agrees with you. I wouldn't limit yourself to your metabolism, because then it'll just be harder to take off the weight because you have this limiting belief. Even if it's true. What's the harm in kind of pretending that you don't have a low metabolism? That would probably end up doing you better in the long run than to focus and worry, oh, this food is going to impact me different than it impacts him. That's why he's skinny. No. Don't find ways to give yourself excuses. You are now the athlete. And the athlete is going to do this 5-mile run just because they want to. Maybe you live close to the gym. I'm going to run to the gym and then just touch it because I don't work out yet. I'm going to do it just to see the gym. Go explore. Maybe start hiking 10 miles. If you walk for 8 hours, imagine all the cardio that gives you. Everything that you do to level up your cardio is going to end result lower the fat that you have. Now, I'm going to explain the athlete's diet. I want to let you guys know I'm not a professional. I disagree with a lot of what the doctors say, and I don't think that's a bad thing. The current doctors will tell you that a bowl of Lucky Charms is healthier for you in the morning than steak. And that's because of like the cholesterol and the saturated fats and such. But new studies are coming out saying that the cholesterol and saturated fats aren't as bad as we think. There's a new study that says dietary cholesterol doesn't really affect the cholesterol in your body. And doctors know this. The only reason they tell people with high cholesterol to avoid meat is so they're not liable if it does raise their cholesterol. Because everyone's slightly different. But for the majority of people, that study is showing it's not true. I'll try and link it. If I can't find it, if it's not linked in the description, just disregard that. It's okay. So, what diet should we pursue as an athlete? I got a simple one. Eat healthy and a lot of it. Don't focus on trying to be in a calorie deficit by tracking your calories and limiting yourself to a set amount of calories. What you need to do is change your lifestyle. The athlete is going to look at the Red 40 Hawaiian Punch that's chock full of 40 grams of added sugars and say, this is going to make me run 15% worse. So I'm just not going to drink it. That's the new mindset you need to have. I'll leave that in. To eat healthy, and a lot of it means to cut out the things that will make your athletic performance worse. Now I'm going to get into the nitty gritty, but that should be enough for a lot of people. You can click off the video if you want to. But if you're interested in the little minute details on what eating healthy actually is, keep watching. Now, first off, we have to look at the issue that is sugar. The way that I think it works is these things called leptin receptors in your brain tell your body that you're full. I'm satiated. I'm satisfied with the food that I ate. I don't need to eat anymore. The problem is, again, this is the way that I think it works. This isn't professional advice or anything. The problem is whenever you eat high fructose corn syrup, processed sugars, even if you eat far too many natural sugars, these leptin receptors in your brain, your body starts to resist them a little bit. So by eating these sugars, you're weirdly going to be hungrier. Even though you ate the calories, maybe people have told you calories are calories. Calories in, calories out. Well, you eat the sugar and there's going to be more calories in as a result because you're going to have this ravishing hunger. So what satiates you? Protein and fat, not carbs. Now, I'm going to make a video about the carnivore diet, but if you look at the testimonies of carnivore, again, you're going to be kind of a science experiment because doctors don't really recommend this. But if you look into who's doing the carnivore diet, there's thousands of testimonies of people losing over 100 pounds in a year. If you look at Dr. Jordan Peterson, he's not a doctor anymore. He got canceled. My bad. If you look at Jordan Peterson, he's been on a stricter version of the carnivore diet, which is just meat and salt and water for 6 years. And he's still kicking, so cholesterol hasn't gotten him yet. So maybe if the doctors weren't right about the cholesterol thing, that's my opinion. But maybe if they weren't, maybe you could consider the other things they weren't right about. What if carnivore is like the nutrition meta and the doctors are keeping you away from it just to save their butts because they don't actually know what's going to happen if you're on carnivore? But you can look at the people that are 6 years, 10 years in. Could a month really hurt? Now, I'm going to make a video on carnivore. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, so to speak, but I'm pretty sure meat has every essential nutrient that you need. So you could say you need your fruits and vegetables, but it doesn't really seem like you do. And you might think carbs are really good for performance. You need carbs for energy. Once you've depleted those carb balances, once you've depleted those, your body starts to burn the fat. So maybe you have a ton of belly fat. If your body starts to burn that, wouldn't that be positive? I think so. Now, I'm in boxing currently, and I've been on the carnivore diet for about 2 weeks. I'm still boxing every day, sometimes 2 times a day, and my performance hasn't really depleted. I've noticed myself being a little bit more tired after workouts, but I'm not even in that fat burning stage yet, which is called ketosis. So I'm still using my excess carbs. I haven't eaten carbs for 2 weeks and I still have carbs in my system. So I'm in the mindset that it definitely wouldn't hurt to try something like carnivore or keto. But if you cut out as many carbs as you can, in turn, your body is going to be more satiated from the way that I understand it. I'm going to link a lecture that basically taught me everything that I know about leptins. That'll give you the real science stuff if you care to learn more about it. But honestly, eat healthy in a lot of it and find a way to turn yourself into the athlete that enjoys hard things. And you won't be fat. All right, guys, I'm not a professional. Like and comment for the algorithm if you think it deserves more views than it has. If you don't, thanks for watching anyway. See you guys.